All right, hi, my name is Shay Dietz. I'm in GBS205, and my video project is actually going to be kind of straightforward. I'm going to talk about a lot of the controversy that's happened over employment discrimination in Arizona over the past couple months here that has been kind of sensationalized a little bit in the media. We recently had the Religious Freedom Act that was here, SB 1062. In order for a constitute like that to be passed, what happens is a bill is introduced into legislature, and there's a number of hearings that happen. The Senate decides whether or not to go forward with a certain statute. So they heard what the Religious Freedom Bill was, which essentially was based off of a case in New Mexico where a photographer refused to photograph a gay wedding. Now, that was seen as a form of discrimination against that couple, and the couple filed lawsuit against them, and there was a number of hullabaloo things that happened in New Mexico, and Arizona saw that, and they didn't feel that it was okay for people to be discriminated based on their religious beliefs, which is what they took that side of, rather than discriminating against the gay person and the gay couple. So they made this religious freedom bill that was trying to word that you couldn't discriminate against anyone based on their religious beliefs in a sense of being a business. Now, with that, having Arizona already not having sexual orientation under claims of discrimination here, where technically you can discriminate against it, there's no part of our Constitution that says that you can't. That essentially that was going to solidify that if you tell a gay person because of their religious beliefs that they could not eat somewhere, that they could not stay somewhere in a hotel, that you can refuse them service for being gay, and that would be technically legal and okay. That's where the two sides didn't really come together. It got a lot of hype in the media, and what happened is as soon as that statute was passed by our Senate, they kind of didn't understand exactly what they were saying. They worded it so vaguely to allow for more discrimination that could actually happen in the state of Arizona, which a number of companies that are here decided that they were going to voice against this and say that if it was passed, that they were going to move their business elsewhere, both permanently and temporarily, with the Super Bowl being one of the biggest ticket items for the state of Arizona, with the amount of revenue that it's going to generate for them, that they said that they were going to move it elsewhere, which is also a very huge event for the United States. So with all of that, they basically got tongue-tied, and Jan Brewer got the statute across her desk, and she had a couple of different choices. She could veto it, which means that it would be completely rejected and wouldn't go into effect, or if she did nothing, then it would still go into effect, or she could approve it and it will go into effect as well. What she did was she ended up vetoing it because of the controversy that was surrounding it, but businesses here in Arizona can still discriminate against gay people. For a number of moral reasons, I don't believe in being able to discriminate against anyone for any reason. There's no one that's acting hateful, there's no one that's causing commotion for it. It's a non-violent situation, and to discriminate against someone off of something that you frankly can't even see, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, is irresponsible, and goes back to that idea of corporate social responsibility. You see a number of companies that stood up and said that no, that we feel that all of our customers are worth the same in our eyes, gay or straight, and we want to stand up for them because we know that if we don't, then we're probably going to lose some revenue from it. You'll see a number of companies that have stood against it and have actually lost a lot of money, even though there was something like the Chick-fil-A scandal that happened last year. They saw profits rise for a little bit, and after that they've actually started hitting company lows almost every single month after the entire controversy had just passed, with a number of sentiment going towards with surveys, customer surveys, that they don't support equal rights. And it's just one example of many where you see companies that are for inclusion of everyone, they tend to be more successful, where they're reaching out to all demographics and not turning away a customer at all for any reason, unless they're misusing their product or an actual good reason for them not to sell them a certain product or to not help out with everything. So that's what I wanted to talk about here. I find that our statute portion of GBS was the most interesting to me. I love all of the different little wordings and laws that sometimes can be vague, has a very large gray area, even though that we put in to effect a lot of them. It just kind of blows my mind a little bit. So that is what I want to talk about, and this is my video. Thanks.